Geometry students, I'm really sorry. I do not know what happened in my video. I had been taping for a while. I went to upload it to YouTube, and all of a sudden only half the video showed up. So you were probably in the middle of like, oh, what am I supposed to do? I wanted you to pause the video, open up, try on own, and try problem number 1 to see whether yes, they were similar or no, they were not. So I know I'm only a few seconds into this second video, but if you would hit pause on this, go try that on your own and then check back. I'll tell you what the second half of your homework is like. So thanks. I'm really sorry again that the video got interrupted, and we are going to work with the second way the homework is going to look. And so we are going to look at these. Again, if you need to pause the video to get an example that looks like this down, make sure it's on the screen. You can go ahead and hit pause and make a drawing that looks like this with those values in the right places. And so I'm going to tell you something this time. This would be given to us, but I'm going to make it a little bit of a guess for you too. If you are looking at your drawing and I told you triangle GFE, of course that's in a certain order for this first triangle on this side. Triangle GFE, the way this especially looks, sometimes it's kind of tricky, but I made sure that this one should only be similar to one thing. And once again, please remember similar is just the one squiggly tilde that I talk about that you also have in Spanish class. So what triangle should this be similar to? There's only one answer it should be. And so hopefully as you've been working on that and talking to me back and forth on the video, because I do appreciate that, thank you. You wrote triangle JLK, again, because if you match them up and the way I did this, I can kind of do it at once there. That was close, that was probably a little bit off, but that is the way this would be lined up. Now, the way you look at this, if we kind of look at side 1, this would be side 1, or this would be side 1, again, little to big or big to little, not a big deal. And same thing, the way they match up. So if I were to use my hands to cover up these bits of information here, that actually is not going to be very helpful at all, because if you look at it right now, I would have a 3.9 with an X, and I would have a Y with a 34.4. I don't know enough information about either one of those to be able to figure anything out. So instead, let me move my hand like this. And now you see that that bottom part, the way that's on the bottom right now, gives us some information that I know both numbers are. I know both those values and I know what they are. And so therefore, I can figure out what those are supposed to be, and I can figure out how, and excuse me, because of the video cutout, I knew one of these was wrong. That 22.2 on that side, I really apologize for this, guys. This mistake wasn't made until I had to redo my drawing. This right here is actually supposed to be 22.4 when I was copying it to redo my video, since it messed up before. I copied that wrong. Please make sure between L and K is 22.4. So knowing that correct number now, would you please set up a ratio? And you're probably going to use the bottom to the bottom with this new 22.4. You can either do short to long or long to short. It doesn't matter. I'm going to do short to long. You might want to match me. Not that you would have to. So I'm going to write 5.6 divided by 22.4. So since I did short to long, I'm going to have to do short to long. And right now, if I cover these up, I am finding X. So that would be 3.9 over X. Because X is on the long one, 3.9 is on the short one. And now that I have that set up, we have a cross multiply ratio set up like we did a few days ago when we were still all in class together. So let's take out our calculators. I believe my first cross is 5.6 over X. That's nice. So just write as 5.6 over X. My next cross would be 22.4 times 3.9. And that on my calculator is just straight up telling me 87.36. So I have that set up, but of course I'm trying to solve for X. Is X by itself yet? How do you get rid of 5.6 times X? Thanks, guys. You're supposed to divide. All right, so we are going to take 87.36, and we're going to divide that by 5.6. I guess that comes out to a pretty nice answer right there. There we go. Of 15.6. So x equals 15.6. Again, I would use a equal sign right there because yes, it is a decimal, but it ends there. It doesn't keep on repeating and go on forever. Remember, if you would happen to get one that's crazy and goes on forever, you would use that little squiggly equal sign, not just a single squiggle like in the similar, the double equal sign squiggly, which means approximately. So guys, even though I had that little hiccup in my video and I had to have a second one posted, you have one more bit of information to do for me, okay? So on this triangle, I have not yet found y. So remember how, I believe at the beginning I might have told you there was a few things you have to do in order to get your participation points for today. Well, this is the last thing. Please solve for y, and please email me with what you find for y. If you're struggling with it or whatever, I'm gonna be available again throughout the day tomorrow. Because we have first period geometry, I'm kind of setting aside the beginning of the day, but trust me, if you email me or try to get a hold of me anyway, I will try to get back to you as soon as possible. So just as a reminder, you're about ready to hit send on that email. There's 4 things you should have as a response. Remember, your subject says March 17th, so I know that it's that. And then number 1, do you need anything, or you've got everything you need and you'll be able to do all the work? Number 2, do you have any prayer requests that we can pray for tomorrow? Number 3, your answer that you got for that first time that pause, that was the break in between the videos since my video didn't work right. And then number 4, what we were just looking at right here, what did you find as an answer for y? I really hope you guys have a good day, and I am missing you already. The hallways at school when I go in there seem so empty. I really hope you guys are doing well, staying healthy, and I hope to see you in a few weeks.